To be honest, I'd rather just be a little lonelier than deal with all the hassle of dating. I'm really not in a place emotionally and financially where I can deal with sorting through a bunch of misses to find a missus. Nowadays, with dating apps, there's always something new and more exciting just around the corner. So many women I've dated have abruptly broken things off because they found something more exciting. Dating is like taking on a part time job. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Social media, Hollywood, and porn have really altered the expectations of the general public across the board when looking for a mate. It's actually really messed up psychologically when a person thinks about it. Specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who conveniently hold themselves to extremely low standards but feel entitled to the best. More specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who act like victims when they're confronted with equally high expectations.
What do you suggest the women in the West do if, everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced what said by 2030 or something, 50% of the women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading because two part of the problem. The men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas. And then two, the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
Let's clear the air with some truths. When I say modern women, I'm talking about those who believe the world owes them everything on a silver platter. They've been raised to view men as mere tools to be used and discarded at will, always at their beck and call for whatever they desire. These women have been indoctrinated to see men as disposable, believing they can easily trade up from one man to the next for better resources, money, and power. Now, let's dive into why these women fear and loathe men who choose to step back in relationships and live independently, avoiding the drama of manipulative women. This choice puts a damper on their hypergamous ambitions. Here's the kicker. Women fear single men more than men do. Most single men are straightforward. They lack value or haven't bothered to improve themselves to earn women's respect. In simple terms, single men are hesitant to approach women because they fear being seen as odd and getting rejected. Can you believe the dating game is a whole different ballgame?
Many modern women are rewarded by society for their bad behavior, act like entitled, selfish princesses, are high maintenance but low reward, lack any sense of accountability, and a lot are feminists but not feminine. The worst part is they're all delusional about their true relationship market value. Of course, the real true keepers out there, they're hard to find, rare, and even harder to get. There's a lot of competition for them. It's no wonder men are choosing to stay single. But is staying single the best option for you?
Modern women have a deep disdain for single men, not just a few, but all of them. The sight of single men breeds anxiety in them. To grasp this, we need to delve into women's fundamental physiology and thought processes. I've discussed hypergamy before, how women are constantly on the lookout for the ideal partner. Without men around, who will appreciate their beauty? Now let's delve into how women value their perception and self-respect. Many things will start to make sense once you understand this. Women are synonymous with attractiveness and beauty. Their allure is their primary asset and is widely acknowledged. Women are often seen as symbols of desire and love because a woman's attractiveness is her most potent weapon. This is what made her desirable in the past, the reason for the existence of the beauty industry, the wearing of jewelry for millennia, the use of makeup since ancient Egypt, and why women place such importance on their appearance. The more they can transform themselves to fit that image, the better their chances of attracting superior suitors. A woman will have a wide array of potential partners to choose from, and she will likely select the one with the highest value. This suggests that the size of the pool of suitors a woman can attract is the primary determinant of her societal value. If no one approaches her, or if she is rejected, she will be deemed worthless. If you think rejection hurts for men, wait until you see how it affects women. Rejection can completely shatter them. They're simply not accustomed to it. When a date is canceled, or they face rejection, women struggle to accept the reality.
So what I'm saying is that a lot of the things you guys bring to the table are things that men bring to the table. So why would a guy look for his a mirror
Equal.
image. Why would he want that? Realistically speaking, men want to date women that are women, not women that behave and act like men a lot of times. And unfortunately, when you make a lot of money or you have these traits, it tends to masculinize you to a bit.
I definitely don't act like a man on my OnlyFans.
I mean, well, that's kind of that's another thing too.
Thanks.
If you're involved in certain professions, that's going to also hurt you with finding one of these guys.
So what do you want to do? You want to get a girl that
So what do men want?
Well, what did we say before? A big thing for men is being respected by their peers, correct? If you walk into a room and your girl has her butthole on the internet for $3.99, a lot of guys are going to look at you and laugh at you, because a man is judged by his woman to a degree.
Or they're
what she
subscribing
does.
and paying for it.
Yeah.
And they
It's not
see
sacred,
that guy
though.
way much more like he's a boss. You got her, and she
Yeah, but it's
on
a-
your command,
that's
on
not
your
how men-
command.
That's not how men
That's not
think.
how men think.
That's not how men think.
They
It's
still fuck with
shameful.
them.
It's shameful for another guy to go look at your girl fully naked. That's shameful.
With more men choosing to live independently, women have fewer opportunities to receive the validation and attention that boost their egos, especially online. Some women, like those on TikTok, can be particularly affected. As these women reach their late 20s and have fewer partner options, they become more visible. Contemporary women, who are perhaps the most hypergamous in history, fear men who are content with their lives and choose to remain single. It disgusts them to see a man who is happy and successful without seeking or freely giving attention to women online, such as on dating platforms like Tinder. This undermines women's ability to attract men and diminishes their value. Society has conditioned them to exploit men who pursue them, seeking attention and marriage proposals. According to societal norms, true happiness is found in finding the perfect partner and having a blissful marriage. To find this ideal man, women engage in a fantasy, dating numerous men. By consistently defying societal expectations, single men are seen as rebels within this system. It's almost universally acknowledged that single men have a better grasp of women's nature. Many successful and educated men understand that women often exaggerate their emotions. This is not just my opinion. Stand-up comedians and successful men who have ample experience with women will acknowledge that they have weighed the costs and rewards and found them to be unfavorable. Moreover, the risk-to-reward ratio worsens when considering modern issues like harassment laws, divorce risks, and false allegations. Many men who have had negative experiences with women have chosen to give up pursuing relationships and instead live as bachelors, focusing on fitness, entrepreneurship, and travel. This is a form of happiness that women are incapable of providing. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.